Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 13 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again, as usual, guys. That's right. And today I have a brand new film for you guys, brought to you from the good peeps from Artspolitation Films. And that is The Dead Ones. The Dead Ones. Directed by Jeremy Castan, or Castaigne. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm terrible at names, as you can see, guys, from me butchering 900 Japanese names sometimes, But sorry if I misspelled your last name. But he directed this movie. I most notably know him for directing the Wizard of Gore remake, the Herschel Gordon Lewis film, and his remake starring Crispin Glover, which I actually haven't seen, so I can't comment on it. I just know of that movie. And that's kind of curious in its own right. And once I got this film in, and I saw the cover art, I'm like, what the hell is this going to be about? Then once I watched it, it made sense why this was the cover art. Now, The Dead Ones follows this it's kind of a simple setup where this group of 4 high school students who I guess did something wrong to have them do this as part of like their detention scene, as we were led to believe at the beginning of the movie. They're being led with their teacher driving to their old high school, which is in shambles because we find out there was an incident at their high school. A more reluctant incident known as a high school shooting. And the school is in shambles. Once we get there, it's destroyed. There's shit everywhere. And pretty much they have these 4 delinquent students clean the school, clean it up because they're going to reopen it soon and shit like that. So that happens, and once they get there, things start getting weird, so with certain characters in this movie, and also the school itself seems weird. It kind of has like this weird like Session 9 vibe with like the way that the school looks and shit. But then things seem to be not going that well. There, supernatural things start happening within the school, and also there might be the return of the school shooters who seem to be coming back to the school while they're there. And with that setup, you're like, what the fuck is this going, And once the film finishes, you figure it out. And that's all I'll leave off with the plot of this one. My thoughts on the film as a whole, it's a lot to take in on a first-time watch. I kind of get what they're doing with the ending, and actually most of the entire film in that way. And you get little hints of it here and there throughout the film, where it's going to go and where it's going as it is. And I kind of like that aspect about it. I like what it turns into. It's kind of a weird, like, you felt the pain, the struggle of things that are going on. Plus, there's a little redemption for some of the characters within it. That could be, which is kind of like the main thing that's going on. The ending of this kind of reminded me of another movie, but I'm not going to name that movie if you haven't seen it. But this is I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's a quick watch, it has a quick setup where, it's kind of involving their memories of the school shooting as the film progresses. And, there's some reveals that happen within it. And there's some these 4 kids are fucked. The one main blonde chick in this movie, we find out she has like weird taboo slices in her body that she did herself. You could see her playing with a knife earlier in the movie, and you're like, then you see these weird things on her, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? And the other chick, you know, she's actually, ironically enough, I think her name is Mouse in the film, her nickname, anyways. And you know, there's actually a very funny, actually the closing shot of this movie. Yeah, that happens. That's all I'll give away. I don't want to spoil what happens with this movie too much for you guys. This definitely is a movie you could experience, but pretty much the hints are there to what's going on within the movie. You just gotta really pay attention to what's going on. It's one of those type of movies where I think a second or third watch will benefit this movie greatly. So the first time you watch it, you were like, okay, what the fuck, you know? Maybe like, you know, like the second or third watch, you know, I'm talking about people that haven't actually really seen movies like this before. Yeah, you know, it definitely could grow on them. I have seen movies like this before, so it kind of hurted for me a little bit in that sense, where, you know, like after like a few like hints that I could obviously point out, I'm like, okay, now I know what's going on, you know, in that sense. But yeah, I think it's actually a cool concept to do with like the actual inner subject matter of the movie with the shootings and stuff. It's actually kind of a cool aspect to do that type of movie. You know, I'm trying to walk around things, guys, with this review, but it's really good. I actually really dug this for what it was. If I had to rate it, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this for what it was. You know, was the acting great? I liked some of the characters, and you know, I think they played them to the best of their abilities. You know, it was believable in that sense. But overall, I really dug this for what it was. You know, not spellbinding by any means, but a good watch, and it was a quick watch too. So there's that. You know, so the Dead Ones, check it out. It actually has a few special features on this one too. Like you know how I always talk about like, does it have special features and that? But this one actually does have a few commentary tracks and stuff on. So it's good to see that you know, they're releasing features with these releases. There was a few movies that, you know, I reviewed for Artspolitation back in the day where I'm like, you know, I want to hear more about this movie, and you know, there's like nothing on there. You know, it's like a trailer, yay! But you know, I like Artsploitation. They put out some interesting stuff from all around the world, and yeah, they put out some U.S. films. Like the last one, I think it was a Canada film. This one's from the USA, so can't go wrong with that. But that is it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another 2005 movie. Are you excited for some more 2005? I know I am. But anyways, guys, let me get out of here. I'll see you soon. Peace.